Hello, hello, it's Jay. I don't usually like to do unboxings. I suppose if I'm getting something that's new, I would. But I wanted to unbox these two on camera. I've just taken them out of the package and removed the plastic wrap that was on them. Because I haven't seen these on YouTube. I tried to find walkthroughs or anything of them, and I didn't see any. But I was curious enough, and they were on sale for basically mass market prices. These, I think, are indie decks. It's by the same publisher and maybe artist, I'm not sure, as the Age of Aquarius Tarot, which I don't have. They sent a card along. I've been super curious about it, but I don't think it'll super be my vibe. And they also sent this card from one of their other oracles, which looks really cool. Let's see. There's also this information. Yeah, small business. So self-published. They have Etsy, they're on Fair, and they have their own Squarespace website. I think I got these on Etsy. Yes. So I'm going to dig into, let's see, I'm most excited for this, so I'm leaving it for second, because that's how I do. SoulShift cards. A prismatic collection meant to unfurl the mind into deeper, profound wisdom. So, written and illustrated by Yana St. Levy. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Here's the back. If you would like to read it, you can pause. You can see some of the cards. But I'm just going to get right into it, because that's how I do. And let's see. This is a nice box. Neat. It's different. I did that wrong, didn't I? Yeah. Ooh, wait. Okay, there's a little prayer here, which is cute. I like when they do that. Oh, I also like that when you have the lid off, it still has the title. It's very thoughtfully designed. Very nice box. And then let's see what's in here. Okay, neat. So this is kind of kept together between two cards and has, I suppose, sort of just a guide to using them. I don't know if it doesn't have like a guide book, which I think from what I saw of these is going to be fine. They're pretty I don't think it's a necessary thing to have a guidebook for these, but the backs I thought were just really beautiful. And same with Desert Rites when we get to that one. It's a good amount of cards, not too few. And then I will get us zoomed in a bit so we can look at these. Also, I'm not sure what I will pair these with. I sort of just went on a limb and was like, I don't know, I'm curious. They're on sale. Impulse. Hopefully you can see well enough. I'm thinking Ephemere, just off of first impression, but I'll have to see. Would pair well with this. But for this card, we have Manifestation, kind of repeating and fading out on the bottom. Not sure how well you can see that. And then Vision. And I can see it, but it's sort of like subliminal messaging in some of the cards, which I thought was neat. It's more text-based, I think, this one. Wabi Sabi, the art of finding beauty in the imperfections of life. So it's a neat, like a different kind of oracle deck than any that I have. And since I was getting two and it was from overseas, or, well, I'll get into that later. The reason for being who you are. What else does it say here? Your passion, what the world needs. I'm reading that wrong. And what the world sees. So that's like Ikigai. And, oh, yeah, it says Ikigai in the middle. But I didn't even see that for a second. Wu Wei, which is Chinese, the art of non-action, allowing things to be as they are. Balance is a fundamental aspect of life. Duality. Who I am, who the world expects me to be. This is super interesting. So this publisher or artist has a deck coming out that is, I think, if I recall correctly, very Egyptian in the theme of the art. And I'm very excited for that. It would probably pair really well with this. But I think that's like October or something. I don't know. I'm keeping an eye on it. I have to see. Through the veils of illusion, embrace the truth. So it might be hard, like here it's a little hard to see the VE, and this font in general is small. So if that's kind of a problem, then this deck might be a little bit of a challenge. But I kind of liked that it's sort of a subliminal type of cat messaging situation. So we have fear here. Let's see. Forget face. I think I have to turn it over. So face everything and rise. The choice is yours. Versus, I don't know if this is a deck I would use reversals, but it's versus forget everything and run. Wow. So face everything and rise versus forget everything and run. The choice is yours. Was I doing this the other way? I was trying. I trust the inner wisdom that arises from my soul. With smoke, I like that. In like this sacred container. The vibration of the spoken word has the power to shape sacred space in which your spirit rises. So again, this is pretty small font. You know, this is the size of the card in my hand. And I probably have smaller hands, I would guess. But, I mean, on the dark background, it's at least, oh my God, it's at least easier to read. I don't think it'd be a problem for me. I'm just mentioning it for anyone that would have a problem with the small font situation, because this is like sort of a text message oracle. Observe, react, inquire, respond. And there's like the delay, ... Like give yourself a moment to observe, react, and inquire within. I like that. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. Breathe. Girl, I have not had my full cup of morning tea, so stop. So you'll have to forgive me. The sacred art of offerings. Oh, I can't read that right off the bat. Infuse this act with love and compassion. This is letting go liberates. We've got redeems, delivers, disrupts. Is that unwinds? Unwinds, maybe. I love the aesthetic of it, and I'm liking the messages, so I'm excited to see. It doesn't mirror anything else I have in my collection, so that was my sneaky excuse to get yet another deck. So we'll see. I actually think Lucid Dreams this would pair really nice with as well. We'll see at the end. There's power and stillness. Non-action is also a remedy. Would I approach with this curiosity, or what if I approach with this? Oh geez. Let me have a sip of tea. What if I approach this with curiosity instead of judgment? Allow the soul to bathe in transformative waters. This one's ignite passion. I am a part of something far greater than I understand. Rational, wise, reactive. So wise is at the center point. Oh, this one I have to see again. Breaking thought cycles. Breaking thought cycles. The K is particularly hard to see because I almost can't at all see the upward line. Breaking thought cycles. Does your objective still hold relevance? Is it still worth taking that journey? Protect energy, rest, listen, repose, and love. Or guide with your heart. Nothing lasts forever. If your light is being eclipsed, it does not last forever. This is beautiful. I really do enjoy the aesthetic, and I can read this. It takes me a moment, but I don't mind that. In the depth of my shadow lies wisdom and healing. Embrace your shadow. Powerful present, right? Powerful present. Got past and future. Your thoughts are fragments of your endless possibilities. Your thoughts are fragments of endless possibilities. That's a good image for that. Your life is a canvas. Others may try to offer suggestions or even attempt to hold the brush, but remember the artistry lies within you. Only you can invoke your vision. I love that. I feel like this is sort of an affirmation type deck, but one that aesthetically works for me because I don't vibe with many that I've seen anyway. Life is a constant state of flux. And it's also not overly sweet, so I guess that's another reason I like it. It's got a little bit more tooth to it in the messages. How do you feel? Observations. Underneath is opinions, and in the center is facts. Do you resonate? It's a good thing to ask yourself now and again. Listen, attune to higher guidance. One step at a time. Yeah, I really like the style of this deck. It's like a muted, somewhat pastel palette, but in dark mode. Your energy, limitations, free limitations, free limitations. I'd have to sit with this one and how I want to think about it. You haven't seen your best self yet. Love that. As above, so below. Love that. Growth. Perceptions. Awakening. Paradigm shift. Reformation. New mind. And then it says the mind here. Growth of the mind. Perceptions, awakening, paradigm shifts, reformation, new mind. My opportunities are endless with a rising sun, radiant even in dark mode. New doors are always opening for me. I am open to taking another pathway, even if it's uncharted. I like that. Oh, this one is a little hard. You are not alone. You are not alone. I don't know. I like that. I like that it's like subliminal messages and it allows you to sink into the images a bit and feel them on a lot of these cards. I am led by my dreams. And then you've got like a dream gate. I overcome obstacles with Scorpion energy. I am infinite. Oops. Got mind consciousness and then this weaving loop to mind unconscious. And then it says shift and shift. Neat. Oh, and this one's like a little, gotta search for the words in here. Evolution, overcoming, let go, unknown, soul, heart, mind, intentions, love. So the words are hidden in the shells. It might be hard to see on camera, actually. Beautiful, though. And then this one is intention. And I like this. I like how it's like she's holding her intention and then everything, the energy is radiating out into the universe type thing. So that is SoulShift cards. That's really neat. I'm going to see how it shuffles. It feels like it'll shuffle lovely. I always shuffle on the side. These are fairly small. You could probably do a regular riffle, I'm guessing. But I don't generally do a regular riffle. Never turns out so great for me. And then on top of it, I don't really like to bend the cards more than I have to. Even with my mass markets, I get a little too precious about it maybe, but that's how I like to do. But yeah, for me, these shuffle lovely. The gilding feels like the kind of gilding that will hang on for a good while. It does not feel sharp or anything. Nothing was stuck together, so that's lovely. The actual finish on the cards, I would say it is a matte, but it's a slidey matte. Like, it's got wiggle jiggle, you know? And I don't know, can you see the texture if I shine it? Okay, I guess I should warn you that I'm shining it into the light, so if that bugs you. But it's just to try and show you the texture, if I can. I don't know if you would say that's satin, but to me it's a matte, but it's a slidey matte. It's not rose petal. And it's not like a laminate matte like Blue Angel or, I don't know. I don't think I have something I could compare this to. I'm not sure I have. I don't think I have a deck that has this kind of finish to it. So, but it's very comfortable, very lovely shuffle for me. Let's see what we get here. Perhaps a message that everyone needs to hear, or just a particular couple of people that probably see this. Okay, well, this is funny because of something I pulled out last night. Embrace your shadow. In the depths of my shadow lie wisdom and healing. I say it's funny because I was kind of familiarizing with Death Doula last night. And basically that's where it went with the reading. So this little guide here, we've got a welcome, cleansing, clearing, how to use the cards, shifting mindset, abstract thinking, letting go, and a prayer. So I have to read through this, but it's on here now if you want to peruse it and get an idea of the intention and what they're suggesting. I do want to read how do I use the cards. Each card has a prismatic frequency of many messages, each a secret interpretation guided by your spirit team. Your language with them is one of a kind, and no other can interpret the cards the way you do. Whether that can be an affirmation, a keyword, a concept, each card carries with it something you or someone else needs to hear. So that's really neat. I like that. And I like the idea of like that one card with all the shells on it, wherever that now went, now that I shuffled everybody. Sort of like when you pull that card, here. When you pull that card, just seeing where your eye goes first and trusting that. So I like the idea of that. I kind of like it when decks are open. Sometimes it depends on how the actual deck itself was done, but I kind of like it when they're open to your intuition. And at first I didn't. And then I realized that it was kind of a liberating thing. And I quite enjoy it now. So that's the packaging. I think that's really beautiful. Like A+ on production and everything. And that is SoulShift cards. Okay, so the next deck, which was really the one that made me want to place an order, is Desert Rites. Like SoulShift, the box is beautiful. It's a different style of box. I'll put this up here in case you would like to read it. And it is a pull-out. Let's see, what kind of pull-out are we? It feels like it's unfurling. Interesting. Okay. Ooh. Oh, okay. So it's like this. You put that in and shove the drawer in, and then you kind of unfurl it out. Haven't seen that style before. This does come with a guidebook. A little flip book. Has color picture, beautifully produced. Oh my gosh. So I'll dig into that a little bit once we look at the cards, because I'm going to look at the cards first, girl. This is a beautiful matte gold. I like that. Put that aside. Again, backs are really neat. Gold gilding. And I will zoom you in and we can look at the cards. Okay, so these cards have the artwork and they do have a keyword or a key phrase on them. So we start with realization, isolation, the void, making a decision, this way or that way, vision questing, taking the first step, unraveling thoughts. That's kind of similar to the motif that was in SoulShift on that one card. Letting go of the past. Releasing control of the future. Grounding in the present. Oh, I like that. Conscious perceiving. Reconciliation of self. I like the aesthetic of this. Guided by the inner compass. It's like a little dark, a little ethereal. Got the seed. I like the messages that are in it so far. Cultivation of a new foundation. But yeah, I didn't see any videos on it, so I could only see the cards that she had listed. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll do one myself. And I'm sorry the lighting's not the best. This is establishing personal boundaries, putting your hand up, shifting. But it's dark here today. I don't know that this would help. Let's see. It's a bit late to do that. I guess it kind of helps, right? I don't know. My hair, seriously, everywhere. Overcoming the unexpected. I wonder what the book will say about that. Let's look. I quite like snakes, so. And let's also hope this is in alphabetical order. Oh no, I don't think it is. Okay, I don't think it is. But in the contents, you can go looking. That's not my favorite setup with a guidebook, but did I miss it? Overcoming the Unexpected, page 53. And is it one page? Yeah, you get one page. The seeker learns to navigate unexpected twists and turns with grace and fortitude. Okay. Each unexpected challenge becomes a sacred opportunity for growth, a test of the seeker's resolve to transcend adversity and emerge stronger, more resilient than ever before. So I can see that the twists and turns, it is a twisty-turny snake. And overcoming, transcending, emerging stronger is like a transformation. Again, snake, I could see that. With unwavering determination, the seeker faces every heartbreaking moment and false opportunity that regretfully morphed into a hindrance, obstacle, or barrier, drawing upon the infinite wellspring of strength that resides somewhere deep within. And I'll put this here if you would like to read for yourself, take a pause, but we'll continue. I just wanted to see, oh, that's neat. I just wanted to see what they said about that, because snakes, sometimes other people have different associations with snakes. Medicine, dreamscape, manifest. So this does have a bit of that Dreamgate from Danielle Noel vibe slightly, but they definitely sit different places to me. Dreamgate really is very dreamy. This feels a little bit more grounded in application of advice. Dreamgate I use for like very specific moods, if you will. We have whispers, like they're communicating together, subliminally or whatever. That's cute. Soul speak. Trust in time. I like that with the cycles. Sort of looks like a blood moon up there. Exhaustion. Strength to overcome. Snare of nostalgia. I thought this was one of the cards that I could see in the preview, and I thought this was really interesting. A wet spider web. Pour into my cup. Interesting. Unrealized potential. Huh. That one's kind of neat because it's like you're wading in deep water, and if you just brought yourself over to land, you would be making much more progress, much faster, much more easily. Inner refuge. That's sort of inner temple vibes. Cocoon. Harmony. Rebirth through fire, a bit of a Desert Phoenix vibe. Integration, I like that. Expansion, that's also very cool. Transcendence. Elevation. Eternal soul. Unity. Can you see the horses there? Beautiful. Divine purpose. This is another card I liked because hawk vibes do it for me. This is giving hawk more than eagle for me, but I could be wrong. The source. The return. And then sharing the light. So another beautiful one. I think they're like the same size. Same card stock, so they're going to shuffle the same. Yeah, this is like a... man, the only deck I can think of that has a similar type of finish is from Make Playing Cards, but these feel nicer. They're more sturdy to them. I don't know. They feel nicer than the ones I have from Make Playing Cards, but those also have a similar texture to the finish. I don't know. So let's pull a card, see what this one gives us as a message. We'll take another look at the guidebook a little more closely, figure out what's going on in there, and then I will quickly gather up some decks that came to mind for this. I have a new one that's literally to my left that maybe would look good. And then, there's really only a couple I can think of that I have that would vibe with this kind of energy, this kind of color palette, and then also the way that the cards deliver messages and such. So we'll see. And what message does Desert Rites have for us? Or someone in particular? Whatever needs to come through, I suppose. Oops. Expansion. With Inner Refuge on the underside. This looks really nice, this deck. So I'm very excited. Let's check out Expansion. So the guidebook is beautiful. It's in color. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned these were from overseas and I had wanted this one, and I figured if I'm gonna buy overseas, not overseas, it's in Canada, but over the border, which you still have to pay kind of overseas shipping sometimes. I don't remember if I did for these or if I somehow managed to not have to do that. But at any rate, because I'm buying from over the border, I wanted to kind of make it worthwhile. So, and she had this one I was curious about, so I wound up getting both. I'm glad I did. I really like that SoulShift deck. It's just because I only could see what was in the listing. There was no walkthroughs. But for this guidebook, it's got contents and you look up the card this way. So I'm gonna have to find Expansion. I will say it certainly would be easier if it was alphabetical. I guess I missed a page. All right, so Expansion 89. But let's see. We've got the introduction. We have got a little bit about Desert Rites. I'll see if I can make this so it's not shiny for you if you want to pause. How to use the cards. Inquiry prompts. That's interesting. So that gives you some prompts to work with. I always like that because I usually will at least find one or two that I haven't thought of. Ooh, there's more. Before that I add maybe to like my master list of things. I've got a little bit about card pulls and then some other prompts you can use, which is great. And then about the 3-card pull, pretty classic. Got your past, present, future, but also current situation, challenges, and wisdom to overcome. Oh, and then another one. What subconscious fears am I struggling with? How can I best overcome the barriers? And what should I be focusing on to aid my spirit on my journey of healing? So that's neat. And then it gets into the cards. So what did I say, 89? Is my tea kicked in yet? 89. And it looks like each is a full color picture and then the card description. So I'll let you see a few if you want to. That's the one we looked at before. If you want to pause and like read through a couple and sort of get a better feel. This card represents the journey. Here, we'll look at the card. You saw the book. Represents a journey of consciousness and serves as a beacon of the seeker's ability to transcend limitations and embrace the interconnectedness of all things. Throughout your journey, your consciousness undergoes a remarkable expansion. You transcend the confines of fixed perceptions and have opened yourself up to a deeper communication with the cosmic whole. Gone are the layers of viewing existence through a narrow lens. Instead, a panoramic vista of boundless possibility now unfolds before you. With each passing moment, your capacity to perceive and embrace the full depth of life expands exponentially. Old narratives and beliefs have dissolved, replaced by a profound understanding of the limitless potential inherent in love and existence. Your worldview has undergone a metamorphosis. Embrace the vastness of your emerging consciousness, for you are now able to navigate the complexities of life with grace and clarity. As you journey onward, remember to revel in your boundless expanse. Like the universe itself, the depths of your potential are limitless. Keep going, dear seeker, and embrace the infinite. So that's lovely. Lovely message. That's towards the end of the deck. So I wonder if it sort of gets to that kind of more intense expanse, you've accomplished stuff kind of a thing at the back of the deck in terms of how it came ordered. It doesn't entirely matter because it's an oracle, so I'm just going to do with it what I do with it. But yeah, that is the card pulled for you. Perhaps this is something you're being called to do, or an acknowledgement of where you've come. Maybe, given that we got that explore the shadow, dive into the wisdom of the shadow card, perhaps this is your why as to why to do that. So I'm going to grab a couple tarot, maybe an oracle. We'll see. I'm going to grab some stuff and we'll see how pairing this and SoulShift work with other decks. Okay, so I grabbed like 5 or 6 decks. I'm going to start with Desert Rites, I think, because that other deck, SoulShift, I could see kind of just using it on its own, honestly. I will show it with them, but I'm just going to start with Desert Rites. And the first deck I have is Fountain Tarot. I'm going to see how it pairs there. Everybody's been shuffled because, I don't know, I feel like it tunes the decks with each other. Queen of Swords, Divine Purpose, 9 of Swords. I'll just see, like, just aesthetically. The backs are kind of neat together, though, I will say. I don't know how these will work for me personally. 5 of Coins, Rebirth, Knight of Cups. Because I just sort of feel like they might be in a different space energy-wise. But, I mean, Ace of Swords, Exhaustion, and 8 of Cups, I could see that. Just want to get a feel for, like, when I'm looking at pairings, if I can look at it as a cohesive thing versus where they feel disjointed and like my eyes can't focus on both of them at once, then it doesn't work for me. But it might work for you. Ace of Wands, releasing control of the future, and the Moon. It's interesting. The Empress, realization, the Tower. Strength, the Return, King of Cups. I'll do a couple more, and then I will do a few flips with SoulShift, and we can see. I mean, that looks really nice together. Seven of Cups, conscious perceiving and judgment. So they could work if you already have Fountain. This is like my home deck. But they sort of feel a little, for me, they feel a little different. So let's try SoulShift with this and see how that works out. Two of Coins, listen and attune to higher guidance, and 10 of Swords. Seven of Wands, does your objective still hold relevance? Jeez, why do I keep doing that? Eight of Coins. Page of Coins, allow the soul to bathe in transformative waters. Yeah, I don't know. Like, they work. They do work, but I don't know that I would work with them together. Nine of Coins, wise with rational above and reactive below, with Queen of Coins. Did I say Nine of Cups? I meant Nine of Coins if I did say Nine of Cups. Goodness. I'm a part of something far greater than I understand, between 10 of Wands and 7 of Coins. Knight of Coins, ignite passion, 5 of Swords. So I don't know. What do you think of this pair? It's hard to see. Was the lighting better without this, honestly? And let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah, it's still going to be hard to see even zoomed in because these cards are like that subliminal message thing. But this says I overcome obstacles with the Magician and the Hanged Man. I'm going to go to the next option here just to keep things moving, and I don't think this is my personal favorite pairing. I have a couple of Oracle decks I really love with Fountain Tarot, so I don't think I would pair these two. I'll go with my second next best bet, and that's Ephemere, like I mentioned. I kind of felt might work with these. So this is Desert Rites. We'll grab Ephemere. I think I'll go in order of who I think is most likely to be a good pair at this point, because I have a couple decks. I don't want to yank everybody out. And let me give Ephemere a good, at least a once through with the shuffling. I did powder this deck, but it's still a little tough to smush together. I have to say, out of all my rose petals, because I have quite a few rose petal finished decks, it's a little tough. So 3 of Wands, isolation, and 7 of Wands. Four of Wands, unrealized potential, King of Coins. Two of Pentacles, establishing boundaries and burn. Yeah, I think aesthetically, especially, I dig this. Got Five of Cups, taking the first step, Eight of Pentacles. Queen of Wands, I believe, yeah. Or Inner Refuge, and the Knight of... Who are you the Knight of? I'm forgetting. I'm thinking Swords. I could be wrong. I have not worked with Ephemere a ton yet. I'm still getting to know it and the different system that it plays into. King of Wands, the Seed, and Eight of Swords. It's kind of neat that there's, I don't know, something mirrored here a little bit. But yeah, I could see these together for sure. Dream, reconciliation of the self, Four of Cups. Page of Wands, medicine, Ten of Swords. And then Three of Swords, manifest, Six of Pentacles, or cups, coins, I mean. I think it's coins in this. Voyager, releasing control of the future, and Nine of Swords. So yeah, I like how these look together. It's funny because Ephemere pairs really well for me with Dreamgate by Danielle Noel. That's what I've paired it with, but I haven't... Oh, hold on. Cat problems. Anyway, yeah, so I haven't a ton work with them. The last... the reason was the last reading I did with the two of them, I was going for... It's a Sunday, I want something light and not too intense to journal about and to work through. And it wound up being a pretty intense reading between the two of them where I had to unpack a lot. And I was just like, okay, that's not what I was trying to do in that moment. But I guess it's what I needed in the moment. So, Continuum, sharing the light, Four of Pentacles, or coins. I do think these look really nice together. So, let's see how it looks with SoulShift. I mean, the aesthetic is very similar, so I think they will all, like, if Desert Rites pairs really well with a deck, then so will SoulShift, because just the aesthetic is a similar vibe. But you never know. It's also how they read, how they deliver a message. So, Four of Swords, listen, attune to higher guidance, and the Page of Coins. We have Fighter. Does your objective still hold relevance? I don't know what it is with me and that word today. And then Nine of Cups. Then Eight of Wands, and this one's pretty hard to see. But we've got a crazy cat and breaking thought cycles. So Eight of Wands, breaking thought cycles, and Seven of Swords. That's actually, that could be a really neat reading. Ace of Cups, your outer world is a reflection of your inner world, and the Knight of Cups. Interesting. And then we've got a little vessel, a little bowl, cup maybe there. Balance is a fundamental aspect of life, duality, with the Queen of Coins and Two of Cups. Yeah, so I'd say both these decks look really nice with Ephemere. Three of Coins, and the Seeker in between is I lead by my dreams. Nice. With the Seeker, I see that. And then crescendo, nothing lasts forever, Ace of Swords. Mood. All right. So I'm going to let it be that because there's a few other decks I want to look at here. And this is already a long video, huh? So I will move on next to, let's see, options. You'll find out in the next clip. So another pairing I thought would work was Lucid Dreams in the dark mode version, the black edition. Six of Swords, the Seed, Six of Wands, Three of Swords, Reconciliation of Self, and the Four of Wands. Ooh. Yeah, I think these look nice together. Five of Pentacles, Medicine, Page of Pentacles. This particular image makes me think it would look nice with, what is it called? The Witch Tarot? I don't have that, but for those that do. Knight of Swords. Did I change this? Manifest, Seven of Swords. Page of Wands. Or no, sorry. That's the Seven of Wands. I can't see in this light. Releasing control of the future, and Five of Cups. Eight of Pentacles, cultivation of a new foundation, and the Hermit. There's some desert elements, like the Hermit is what I was thinking of with this. This is Desert Rites, by the way, if I didn't say. I'm going to always be doing this one first. But there's some sort of like deserty vibes to some of the images in Lucid Dreams. So that's why I thought it might go. King of Pentacles, strength to overcome, and the Hierophant. Queen of Wands, realization, the Emperor. So yeah, I think it's a fun pair. The World, Cocoon, Sun. Let's see with a SoulShift how this works. Just gonna give it a quick Knight of Cups with Fear and Five of Swords. Hey, that's a whole thing to read. I'm just gonna go off of how do they kind of vibe, because like I said, that's why I'm doing this one second, because I think this is sort of like you can just pull a card as either a prompt maybe for spreads, or I don't know, like to cap off a reading. Like this looks really nice. So Two of Wands. The vibration of the spoken word has the power to shape the sacred space in which your spirit rests, with Two of Pentacles. Temperance, I'm open to taking another pathway. Through the veils of illusion, embrace the truth, with Five of Wands, Queen of Swords. Yeah, that vibes. So I think it looks good with either deck, aesthetically. We shall move on to keep this going. Okay, so my next idea with Desert Rites and then the SoulShift cards was Starchild Tarot. I have the Akashic version. Thought these might go together. Awakening, Medicine, Justice. Four of Cups, Isolation, Two of Cups. I mean, they kind of sit in different places a little bit in terms of color palette, but I think they could work. Ten of Swords, Exhaustion, the Emperor. King of Crystals, shifting, Page of Crystals. Ace of Cups, guided by the inner compass, Four of Crystals. Yeah, I think they'd go. What do you think? Eight of Wands, Vision Questing, Knight of Wands. Two of Wands, Reconciliation of the Self, and Four of Wands. It's been a minute since I've worked with Starchild. This is one of my oldest decks that I have. And especially when I had first, Fountain Tarot was my first, and then this one, I think. It might have been Wildwoods, but I kind of let myself get a little confused, because I feel like if you don't know tarot already, Starchild's a little difficult. The Magician, Cocoon, Five of Crystals. Because it's like it doesn't necessarily harken back to the imagery you're familiar with, and yada yada. But I do love the deck. Whenever I've been called to pull it out and do a reading with it, it tells me something in a very interesting and necessary way that I wouldn't get from another deck with, a different slant on it. So I imagine Moonchild, whether the light or the dark version, would go really well with this. The color palette is less colorful from what I've seen. I don't have it, so I don't know. But if you have that deck, either one, either version, what do you think? You think this would go with it? I don't need another reason to have it on my wish list, but I really don't need that deck. I think I'm not going to get it, but it is on my wish list as a potential if I come around. Knight of Swords, Overcoming the Unexpected, and Ten of Wands. Interesting. She looks like, I can't remember her name, from Bones. With a C. I can't remember right now, but, I like that card for that reason. I love that show. That's a good show to watch, by the way, and pay attention to what court cards the different characters vibe with. King of Swords, Conscious, Perceiving, Six of Cups. These definitely look neat together. I've gone way too long looking at the two of them together because I'm kind of intrigued by them. So I guess I would pair these and see where it goes in a reading. So that is Desert Rites. Let's look at SoulShift a little bit. Let's see. But I think it'll be the same kind of thing. Maybe it's better I take some off, get them a little more level. And yeah, I'm sorry for the lighting. This was impromptu, and it's overcast today, so the light is not reaching me very well. I think I like it better with Desert Rites, but I don't know. I'm gonna use this probably in a different way than I would an oracle like Desert Rites, so it might just be the kind of thing where I pull an extra card or like an affirmation deck. I don't know. We shall see. This is You Are Not Alone with Temperance and Eight of Cups. This is Intention with Page of Wands and Ten of Cups. I wasn't saying what they were, and you might not be able to read it. Sorry. This is Offerings with Perspective and Three of Cups. So that's how they are looking together. I do think they aesthetically work. And let's move on to the next pairs and see. Okay, so this is the Guiding Light Tarot. Same publisher as the Black Tarot. Same artist, actually, as well. This deck is not for everyone, I know. And to be honest, I haven't worked with it like hardcore yet. I've just incidentally worked with it. And it is a little foreign to read, but it's a cool deck. And it kind of goes, I think. I don't know. It's like got the darkness and the light. This is 8 of Wands, letting go of the past and the Hermit. And I like that this kind of gives you Hermit vibes. It also seems like in this card there's someone up at the top there that they're walking to. Don't know. But anyway. A little bit of a strange deck that not everyone might be into. I don't know, do a ton of people have this one? But I like it. It's sort of like, how do I explain? Like the kind of sound it puts in my head is sort of a white noise type of a sound, if that makes sense. That's how I see it energetically. 10 of Pentacles, establishing personal boundaries, and King of Pentacles. Oops. Queen of Cups, taking the first step, 9 of Swords. So I think they definitely look very cool together. 7 of Wands, Whispers, 4 of Cups. And it would be interesting to see how they work together. 10 of Cups, sharing the light and justice. I like the hand here. And then the sharing the light is kind of happening. Temperance, Transcendence, 6 of Wands. I mean, this would also probably go really well with Black Tarot, because that deck, since it is kind of single color palette, it sort of goes everywhere. I've paired it, but at least aesthetically, but in terms of working, I don't know if they would. 5 of Cups, manifest the star. So yeah, I like how these two, this might be my favorite so far, although Ephemere is probably where I would start. But I kind of like something about these together. I'd have to really work with them to see if they read together and handle questions or spreads or things like that in a way that I resonate with. But that's definitely a contender for who I'm going to use. Oh, I forgot SoulShift. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Let's see. It's what's left of this deck. Anyway, I'll just grab a pile. Just so you can see how they look. I'm not going to read out every card because it's getting a little tiring. For some reason, somehow that makes me tired. But let's say King of Wands, your energy with limitations, and then free of limitations. That was the one card, and then 6 of Swords. That was the one card where I was like, I have to sit and think about how I'd want to think about that with the illustration also. But, or the artwork. Knight of Swords, I overcome obstacles, the Moon. So that's sort of the vibe. And yeah, same deal. I think it works. I think both of these would work with the same types of decks because, like I said, they have a similar aesthetic. It's just which one you kind of like. We'll end on this one, King of Swords. What I approach with curiosity instead, or what if I approach with curiosity instead of judgment, and then the Emperor. That's neat. All right, I think I have one more that I'm going to see. And if not, because I put it down and I immediately don't like it, I will just end here. But let's see. Yeah, the last deck I looked at, it just right away, I was like, okay, that doesn't really resonate. So I'm going to end it here. And hopefully that gave you a look at these cards. Hopefully I covered everything I should cover. I think they're very cool. It'll be interesting to work with. So this is SoulShift. This is Desert Rites. This one to me is more of that, like a normal oracle, if you will, like with a keyword or a key phrase type of a thing. I'll show you real quick how they look like if you were to just, let's see, work a spread with them, because you could totally do that with an oracle if you wish. Do whatever you want. But we've got Whispers, Dreamscape, Pour into my cup. And they look very nice. Yeah, it's a beautiful deck. I like the feel of it. It's a little more gritty. But it seems like it'll add an interesting thing to readings. I think my two top picks for pairs are going to be Ephemere and the Guiding Light Tarot. I'm curious to know from the ones I showed what your thoughts are or what you would pair it with. This one or the SoulShift cards. But I'm glad because the Guiding Light is one I've wanted to work with and get to know more. And if I have an oracle that's sort of intuitive and easy to vibe with, it helps kind of contextualize with a deck that is a little different, you know, as I'm getting to know it. So I like how these shuffle. I love the size, love the finish on the cardstock. It's got the swooshy sound, so that's nice. And they're very portable. I wasn't sure what size they would be, I think. I'm not sure if in the listings, it probably does show, but it's hard to know scale even just from pictures. And then it arrived in a small box. I'm like, wow, both of them are in there? But yeah, because they're in these cute little boxes. And I like the boxes. They're very nice. I like that they're kind of portable because I kind of move around, so that matters sometimes if it's a deck that I want to go somewhere with. Very nice, compact situation. So yeah, I'm very glad I got these. And hopefully if you're curious about them, this gives you a little more insight. And whether it's morning, noon, or night, I hope you have a lovely whatever. And I'll catch you in the next one.